How to request, approve, reject, or cancel leaves in UpRaise. Of course, this feature is available within UpRaise for Employee Garrison and UpRaise People apps for Jira. On my screen here, I've navigated to the time off screen or the leave screen. And in there, I've opened up the second tab that is again time off or leaves. Mind you, the nomenclature that I'm using here, whether that is time off or leave or vacation, can be customized within the app. For example, on this instance, you'll notice we are calling it time off rather than leaves. But for all practical purposes, you can change the nomenclature based on what you need. Coming back to the topic at hand, let us first understand how do you go about creating a leave request within UpRaise. Every logged in user who has the necessary permissions will be able to see this request leave or request time off button in the top right corner of their screen. When they click on it, it will open up a pop-up and the first drop down will be automatically set to the logged in user. Depending on the logged in user's permission, they will be able to choose a different user as well, meaning they will be able to create a leave request on someone else's behalf. For this demo, I'll just keep this to myself. Based on this user's currently active leave policy, corresponding leave types appear in here, right? So I can pick up, let's say, leave without pay, comp off, casual leaves. Any leave type that I choose, corresponding current balance is automatically displayed on the screen. Not only that, there is this current balance on the left-hand side, and then you have the projected balance on the right-hand side. Right now, the projected balance is not calculated because you have not added the leave request dates. Let's go ahead and add these dates. Maybe I want to apply for a leave starting from 16th of March up until, let's say, 21st of March. You might have noticed as soon as I added the dates, I'm now seeing an error that says negative projected balance is not allowed. This is coming from the configuration of the leave policy, wherein we talked about the ability to disable negative leave balance for a specific type. So for this type, the negative leave balance is disabled. So I won't be able to create a leave request because my current balance is already 0 and the projection is going to be -4. Now, based on these dates, 16th of March to 21st of March, by default, the system is considering all of these dates as full day leaves. If I uncheck this, I'll actually be able to see the day by day bifurcation of these leaves. Let's say on 16th of March, I only need the second half leave because I'll be working in the first half. And on 21st March, I want only the first half leave. You'll also notice as soon as I made those changes, the projected balance went down by 1 because half a day here, half a day here. So it went down from -4 to -3. Also, depending on the logged in users work week scheme, the weekly offs are taken into account. 18th of March to 18th of March and 19th of March are Saturday, Sundays. And that's why these are weekly offs for the logged in users. So they won't be counted in your projected balance. Similarly, depending on the logged in users holiday scheme association, if there had been a holiday in any of these dates, that will appear here in the form of a lozenge and it won't be calculated or considered within your balance numbers, meaning similar to how weekly offs are ignored in this -3. If Imagine if 20th March was a holiday in the holiday scheme for logged in user, then the projected balance would simply be -2. That's how you are able to determine whether you want a full day leave or a half day leave. And that's how the logged in users association with the different leave policies, holiday schemes, and work week schemes impacts the overall balance calculation. Moving on, the approver is automatically populated if there is a manager assigned to the logged in user within UpRaise company directory. The manager becomes the approver automatically. So if I were to, let's say, create a leave request on someone else's behalf, you'll notice the approver is automatically set to a manager that is there within the UpRaise company directory. Now you can go ahead and add the details about your leave request. You can also add attachments, one or more if required, to this leave request. The last part is the leave visibility. Whether the leave related discussion should be visible to all users or should it be restricted to selected teams and users. And then there is also this possibility of enforcing visibility to certain teams and users. So what happens is a lot of times we get requests that there is an HR individual in the organization who always needs to receive an email whenever anyone in the team creates a leave request, or uh, all the human resources team members should be notified whenever there is a leave request is created in the system. So the UpRaise app can be configured in such a way that by default, the leave requests can be sent to specific users or specific teams within the UpRaise company directory. That's it. Once you have filled in all of this information, you can go ahead and click on submit and the leave request gets created. That was the first part, leave request creation. Now let's talk about the leave request approval and rejection. Whenever the leave request is created, it can be accessed at any point in time through the second tab, that is time off. Here, there are some bunch of default filters. There is my time off, there is need my approval, there is team time off, and then there is custom filter, depending on what you want to see, right? So for your own leaves, you can always come back and look at the details. You will see the leave request was from 6th of Feb 2023, Monday, to 9th of Feb 2023, Thursday. Total number of days, 4. It was casual leaves type. What comments were involved, what was the visibility, and attachments. So all of that is visible in here. This is already approved, or rather this is already availed. So this does not need any further action. So let me change this to need my approval. And here I'll notice there is a leave request that is pending my approval. When I click on details, I can see the details surrounding the leave request. This is for 2 days from 16th of March to 17th of March. The reason I can see if there are any additional comments, and then the visibility as well. If there are any attachments, they'll appear here. Now, based on my role within the UpRaise app, I'll have a few options for me available on this leave request. If I'm a manager who is not an UpRaise administrator, I'll only see two options: approve, reject, and close is obviously you're just closing the pop-up without taking any action. But if you are also an UpRaise administrator, you have the ability to cancel the time off request, right? Let's first go ahead and approve this request. When I click on, before clicking on approve, I'm supposed to add some approval, rejection, or cancellation remarks. Now, when I click on approve, the leave request is approved and it does not appear under this need my approval custom filter because the status is not applied anymore. It is approved. So if I go ahead and look at it, this is the leave request that we are talking about, right? So I can still go ahead. You'll notice this is in the future, 16th of March and 17th of March, and today is 9th of March. So I still have the possibility to come back and reject this leave request if things change. The option to reject will be available right up until the 15th of March. After that, on 16th of March, the status of this leave request will change to availed. Right? So that is how you approve and reject leave requests within UpRaise. Now, as far as canceling the time of request is concerned, it is a special type of action. And the reason behind having that action is there are situations where, let's say, an employee creates a leave request, but then their plans change and they want to cancel the leave request. We do not allow deletion of leave requests because that essentially purges the records that you may want to look at a later point in time. So instead of deleting the employee, what they can do, they can click on cancel time of request or cancel leave request from their own login, and the leave request gets canceled. The action to cancel is available right up until 15th of March. That is one day prior to the leave start date. As far as the administrators are concerned or users with leave management administration permissions are concerned, they will be able to cancel the leave request even after it was availed. So let me change this to something else. So you'll notice there are a bunch of leaves that are already availed. When I click on details, I still have the option to cancel the time off. This is to address some special scenarios when let's say the employee managed to create a leave request, but then they forgot to cancel the leave request despite their changed plans. So what happened was on the leave date, the status of the leave automatically changed to availed. But now, since the date has already exceeded, you cannot approve or reject those leave requests. Thus, in this case, the relevant users with permissions still have the ability to cancel the time of request, and accordingly, the balance will get impacted for the corresponding employee. I hope that was helpful. We'll be creating a separate video which talks about all of those different statuses. But in this video, we solely focused on approval, rejection, leave request creation, and cancellation. Thank you.